This video is about the lead management module on Super Sales. We are on the home page of Super Sales. There is a plus button at the bottom right. Click on it, select lead, and you come to add a lead module. First select the lead type, whether it is hot, warm or cold. Let's say it is hot or warm. Now the first page, there are 4 pages to this add a lead. First is customer, second is source and influencer, third product, fourth next steps. First is select your customer. You can, there have a search bar where you can search for the customer or you can add a new customer. The search is for the existing customers which exist. There is an option to add a picture of the customer while adding a new customer. You can type the name of the customer, the name of the company. Say it's Aurora Builders. The mobile number of the company. The mobile number is a unique identifier, so it has to be unique. The other details like optional details like landline, birth date, email, contact person, first name, last name. Now the type is an important field for lead management, whether it's corporate, a retail end user, influencer. Influencer is somebody like architect, electric contractor. The class of a customer, ABCD, description, GST number, the segment of the customer. This is another important drop down. All these drop downs can be configured as per your company requirements. So these are just generic drop downs. So then the territory and the address of the customer. Territory is again as per your enterprise master territory list. So the default address is automatically picked up from your current GPS, but you can edit this address. So once you have selected the address, you can add a new contact also. You can have a contact created at the time of creating the customer, or you can optionally create contact later on, and you can have multiple contacts per customer. So the next is how is this lead sourced? From which source did you get this lead? Was it a reference? Was it walk-in, a website, or response to some ad campaign you are running? Now again you can select an existing influencer, somebody who is going to play an important role in the decision of this lead, typically an architect or a contractor. You can have up to 2 influencers per lead. So one could be architect, one could be a contractor. Third page is about the product details. So product you can navigate either by selecting category, subcategory, or you can also navigate through all products. So if I select the category equipment, subcategory piping, now the product is optional, so you can only select category or subcategory. If you are not sure which product is going to buy, you can just select the subcategory or the category and enter the quantity that the customer wants to buy. Now the next step, what is your next action required on this particular lead? Are you going to meet him? Are you going to call him? Are you going to email him? Are you going to message him? And when are you going to do that? Your date of the next interaction or the next action. By when do you expect the order against the lead? And what are your chances of getting the order? Now these are 4 lead stages: lead qualification, demo or trial, proposal, and finalization. So whatever stage you are in, you can turn it on. Whatever has been done, you can turn it on. Any additional reminder you want to set for this lead, you can set that reminder. And finally some kind of textual remarks which describe all the conversation you have had with the customer of this lead. And whom do you assign the lead? By default it assigns to self, and at the end of it submit the lead. So when you submit, now lead, it becomes a part of your lead management system. So we saw how to create a lead. Now we created appointment of 25th. So you can see when I open my app on 25th, I will see this appointment in my 25th plan or diary. Now when I reach that lead, there is an option to check in. So if I physically reach there, and if I select I have reached the influencer, if there are 2 influencers, I can select which influencer I am checking in. So it's customer or influencer. So if it is customer, it won't ask you because there's only one customer, and immediately the check-in time gets captured. And now after that you go into the details of the lead. The lead detail page opens up where all the information you captured while creating the lead is there, and then there's the option to edit the lead. When you click on the edit button, you can edit that particular lead. So when you interact with the lead, you can edit and make any changes in any of the information. There's an edit button there where you can edit the customer master also. So you can make some change in the customer master also. So you can click on the customer name and you can see the history of that customer. So history means it will give you all the past visits, leads which we have got from that customer. So all the past historic orders that we have got, proposals we have given, all details of all interactions between the company and that customer will be there in the customer history. Now you can create a sales order from the lead at the bottom of the lead tab. Now there is a update lead status. So update lead status means you can see it also in your home page, the lead status update. So update lead status will update the essence of whatever you have interacted. While updating lead status, you can see the past interaction also. So whenever you updated any lead status in the past, all history of that lead comes here. What we saw earlier was history of that customer. Now this is the history of this particular lead. So you can add a picture to capture the last interaction or the status update. Then you can decide whether this status update is for an influencer or for the end customer. Then what is the type of interaction? Was it a meeting, a telephonic call, a message or an email? What time was the interaction? So if you want to update yesterday's interaction, you can also update it. Now you can select which contact you interacted with. So the contact person, all the contacts mapped to that customer will be displayed, or you can add a new contact. The last time you met somebody else and this time you meet a new person, you can add him as a contact. So a mapping is maintained between the customer and all the contacts at that customer. So you met gentleman called Suresh Lamba. Now what is the outcome of your interaction? This particular interaction, what did you achieve out of it? So order finalized, PO received, customer postponed decision, order finalized, cancel decision to buy, will take some time to decide, order lost. Now you can configure your own drop down for outcomes also. These are standard outcomes. And when is your next meeting now scheduled? Or if he has postponed, when is he going to next reconsider? Now if you set cancel decision to buy, that could be another outcome. In that case, there is no next date. This lead is closed forever. So if the outcome is order lost, here it will ask you what is the competition name to whom you lost the order, the name of the competitor who got the order from you. What was the reason for loss? Was it price, specs, brand, stock, competition relationship, and some remarks about this interaction. So this remark captures the summary of your minutes of meeting. If you select outcome as will take some time to decide, then you can update lot of things, like you can make changes, like first is your next interaction, second is your lead type. Is it changing in this particular interaction? Are your chances of getting the order changing? Is your order expected date changing? Is any product changing? Is instead of old, is he buying a new product? Is any of this lead status becoming yes from no? So once you submit as yes, you can't make it no, but from no you can make it yes. And you can add a picture to justify any of this changes in leads status or stages, as we call it. So with all this, you can now submit after you put in the remarks about your status update. So the way you keep updating statuses on Facebook, you can also keep updating statuses of a lead whenever you interact with the customer. So, and all these interactions will be visible to you whenever you review your lead. Let's come to the lead funnel, which is the bottom tab we have. So lead funnel will list all your open leads. So lead gets closed either when you book an order, or when you lose, or the customer decides not to buy.